西雅图特种兵一日游。我一大早坐车，中午到达西雅图，住在朋友家。朋友带我参观了 Space Needle 而 Glass Making， 还看到了可爱的小兔子。朋友告诉我，乌鸦还会吃兔子，真是大开眼界啊！参观 Space Needle 坐电梯的视频有些遮挡，做艺术玻璃的视频比较长，完整的展现了帅哥精湛的艺术玻璃制作过程。这段玻璃制作过程配了中文字幕，希望你们喜欢。一天时间在充实的日常安排中愉快的度过，这是很喜乐的西雅图自由行。感谢朋友热情招待。
靠另外一个。
So this one's just a little bit older. These mountains here are the Olympic Mountains. That's off the Olympic Peninsula. Behind us are the Cascade Mountains, which is the larger mountain range. And then just off that left window, we're going to pass the steel beam, and you'll see the largest mountain in Washington. And that's Mount Rainier.
Oh.
Very top here, 520 feet or 158 meters. Have a wonderful time.
Thank you.
乌鸦会吃兔子，是小兔子。
啊，乌鸦会吃兔子。
看那个乌鸦叫。小兔子也太不敏感了，靠这么近它也不怕。
All right, it's bubble time. Keep your eyes on the glass. A little puff of air. Cap that air in the pipe. Boom.
I know, right?
Did you see it? Well, thanks for coming, everybody. That still works. I'm joking. So we're gonna make something about this size with some color on it. So we melt clear glass. When we get that clear glass, it just comes crushed up and shovel that into that furnace over there. That furnace stays on all the time. We never turn it off. It wouldn't make sense to turn it off because we blow glass here every day. And typically in a glassblowing studio, the furnace stays on for about 3 years at a time before you want to replace the crucible that holds the glass. They get corroded after a couple of years. So this has already lost a lot of that glow. It looks clear. Still moving a tiny bit. We're letting it stabilize. We want this to cool down, stiffen up, so it can support that next layer without it collapsing. There we go. Sounds cold, but it's not. Still really hot. Get that back into the furnace and add our second, well, I guess kind of technically third and final layer. And then over on the table over there, we've got laid out a couple of piles of crushed up colored glass. That's how we're going to add some color to this piece. We're going to roll through crushed up bits of colored glass. And then it sticks right to the outside. So the heat, it warms up those shards. Hot glass will stick to other hot glass. So this is a bright red, but it looks dark now because it's hot. Instantly warms that glass up. And then we're going to melt that in. And then we can come back and add some more color if we want. Or maybe not. We're going to add some more color right now. So we melt the clear glass and then we add the color. We can buy color in bars like this or crushed up bits, all the way down to a fine powder. The different sizes gives you a different effect. So this is kind of a good example. It's got 2 different sizes. This blue is a little bit smaller, like soft sand, and this kind of off-white color or translucent white is a little bit larger. So depending on the size, that gives you a different decoration. And what gives glass color is metal oxide mixed in with the clear glass formula. So the clear glass, it's a soda lime silicate, silica, soda ash, and limestone, crushed up and then melted, turns into clear glass. They'll add like 0.1% cobalt oxide to that, makes blue. Copper will make like a blue-green. A lot of chemistry involved in making these colors, and we just purchase them from a few different stores here in Seattle. They're manufactured in Germany. They'll melt furnaces filled up with the color, pull the glass out, create these rods, and then smash these up into little bits, and then sell them to glass artists. And if anybody has questions, just let me know. You.
When you close the air through, how does it go all the way down and not back up again?
Well, it's kind of like, I guess a balloon's a bad example because like you blow into a balloon and then it wants to shrink back because it's like elastic like that. You blow it up and then it just inflates. It's not gonna escape and get you. Oh, the bubble, yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. Well, he's turning it. He has to keep it turning. If he stops turning, it's going to fall off center. But if you blow the bubble way too thin, it is going to just kind of collapse like a plastic bag. You have a question? Yeah. Do I do this as my job? You're not the only person that's asked me that question.
I have a question.
What's your question?
You buffing the pipe?
I sure will. Yes, we are professional glass blowers. This is what we do for a living. We're both artists. We make our own artwork, and then we do this as kind of like a day job. We both do this 3 days a week, and then outside of here we make glass, and then we can sell it through galleries or help our friends blow glass. Yeah. Yes, nailed it. It's gonna be a vase. What's up? I've been blowing glass for about 20 years. I know. Paul's been doing it twice that.
40?
Yeah.
Oh.
I know. I know.
I know. That's what I say every once in a while. Blow.
Feeling that 40th birthday.
It's fun.
So pumping air into the bubble with this little tool. I could blow directly into the pipe. You know, that's how we've been doing it forever. And then COVID happened, and we wore masks up here. They invented this thing. Works great. I love it, especially while I'm talking. I can blow at the same time. So it looks like we're maybe working on the bottom. Yeah.
What safety measures do you have to take to prevent burning?
You just have to be careful. What safety measures do you have to, to not get burned? It's like kind of like cooking, you know? You figure out what or not to touch pretty quick up here. You get pretty comfortable around these high temperatures after you've been doing it a while.
Blow a little bit there, Mike.
You know where like not to touch, you know? Like right above Paul's left hand, that pipe's hot. Right here, that's hot. Don't touch that. And you can feel it. Okay. Here we go. Bottom's done. So we made a bubble. We flattened the tip of the bubble to make the bottom of the vase, and now we want to work on the top. So I get to help out a little bit. I'm gonna get a little bit of glass on a solid rod we call a punty, and then we're gonna stick it on the bottom, and we're gonna break it off the blowpipe, and then we're gonna be attached to this little bit of glass right here. This is kind of the trickiest part of making a vessel, puntying it. So aim for the middle, stick it on there, make little adjustments, try to get it as close to on center as possible. To take it off the pipe, When Paul's ready, he's gonna put water on this constriction we carved in and then tap the pipe. Boom. Wow. And now we're over here. So I needed to get this straight into the fire pretty quickly. Can't stay out of the heat for too long with anything and let it get too cold. Anything drops below around 800 Fahrenheit, and then you put it back into the fire that's 2000 Fahrenheit, the glass gets thermally shocked. It will explode. Do you know how I know that? I've seen Paul do it. Every glass blower's done that. I can't tell you how many things have exploded. Too many to count, but not this one, not today. So now we're flipped around, we're gonna work on the opening. The glass up there is a little jagged because we broke it off the pipe. We wanna get rid of that so we can have a nice opening on the piece. So he's gonna get ready to trim it. Once it's hot, we're gonna sit at the bench, we're gonna pull and stretch and thin the glass out with some tweezers, grab the scissors, and you can just cut right through glass with scissors if you get it hot enough. Can't forget about the bottom, so every once in a while you're gonna see him go all the way in. We have to maintain overall heat everywhere. Can't let any part of this get too cold. It will crack or fall off that stick. So we like to keep just a little movement in that attachment down there, the punty. That tells you it's warm. If it stops moving, then it's cold. If it gets too cold, it's gonna wanna fall off. I've done that before too. What's up?
Does that have the same kind of blowing thing?
No, that's solid. It's a solid rod. Yeah. Yeah. You have a question? Nope. You just waving. What's up? Hi.
I asked this question.
Oh, cool. Here we go. Pull that out. Make this little crown, and then cut that away with some scissors. And this makes it thinner and straighter. Boom. Just like that. And now we'll go melt that in, and we can adjust that opening shape however he wants. The tool that he was just using, they're called the jacks. We coat the blades with beeswax to lubricate them. He'll put those on the inside. We're gonna turn, lift, change the angle that we hold the tool. That determines that opening shape. And you can see you have limited time to work on it. Every time Paul gets up, that just means it's too cold. No torch? Did you turn this on? Is it? Oh yeah. Is it done?
Done.
There it is. Nice.
See it in the light. It's gonna brighten up.
All right.
Bright red, bright orange.
Last step. We're gonna take it off the punty. We need to load it into that box. If we let this cool down out here, it's gonna crack or explode from cooling too quickly. So we put it in here. It's on its way up. It's not quite up to full temperature. It's supposed to be at 950 Fahrenheit, around 510 Celsius. So we put everything we make throughout the day. End of the day, we run a program, cools the glass down slowly overnight. And that's the slow cooling process called annealing. To get it off the punty, we're gonna put a little water on that connection and then tap the rod. Vibrations will go through the metal into the glass, breaking it right there where we put the water. If we do it right, boom, comes right off.
Worked.
It worked. We're gonna torch that. I see you have a question, 1 second. Torch that, get rid of any sharp glass. Stamp it with our little community hot shop stamp, and then I'll grab it with these Kevlar wrapped tongs. And then load it into the oven. The very first thing of the day, there it is. Good night. All right, what's your question?